While driving, emotions can run high, but cops don't tend to see it until things go too far. An angry woman drives up onto a sidewalk chasing a 14-year-old boy on his e-bike.
There's this lady trying to hit me.
A video of you doing almost 30 miles an hour up that sidewalk with your vehicle.
To catch him.
Ma'am.
But first, the cops were called by witnesses when guns were spotted during an argument.
Westlake 911, where is your emergency?
Yes, hi. I just saw a road rage incident with a man pulling a gun
Road
out
rage.
on Detroit Road.
Okay, which person pulled the gun?
The man in the blue truck. It was like a robin egg blue truck.
Robin egg.
Great. Copy code 3 from the station. Alright, we're already at Detroit on Dover now.
Running code is, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's fun.
Try to flip.
Definitely got to be careful when you're cutting corners, intersections.
Go around to the right and go to Canterbury and go south from your right. 56 will be out.
Right here?
Yep, right here.
It's like an off-duty cop, maybe? Or undercover?
Put it in park, put your hand back up here. All right, we're going to open the door. We're going to keep your hands up that far right up.
Where's your gun at?
Where's your door?
Listen, relax. Step out. Keep your hands up.
How am I supposed to be? I'm not, come on, man. Why are you grabbing me aggressively?
We got the report you pulled a gun on somebody. Don't
I did not pull a gun on anybody. What are you doing? Yo. Okay.
Uh-oh. That laugh isn't good. Yeah, there was a big altercation. A gun was involved. Like, if the cops encounter you, just tell them your story. Be relaxed. That's only going to help you. Don't do what this guy's doing.
Hey, what are you doing to me? You said this was not going to happen. This is bullshit. You all treat me like a criminal. Relax.
Yellow.
You got your foot on my
Not that funny.
head. Get your foot on my f***ing head.
Just comply.
This is a great lawsuit.
That's my hand.
You're shaking, and I'm on the ground.
You're shaking. We hear this sometimes when you're trying to restrain somebody and do it with just the amount of force needed without hurting them, which is what we typically try to do, which is difficult. It takes a lot of muscle engagement and your muscles can fatigue quickly. So maybe that's what he's talking about. Or maybe he's just talking smack. I don't know.
5 guys. 5 of you.
Tell me about the other car.
Sir, it was a GMC Corolla camp. Oh my God, dude. You guys are treating me like shit. You know that? You guys understand this?
Let's cooperate, brother.
Right? Where's the other guy? He pulled the gun out. He didn't get this treatment?
Well, we'd
But
like
I
to find
do.
him.
I do, right? Because I showed my gun. That's
Oh.
crazy. Defend myself. If someone would have shot me, God forbid, I'd still be getting cuffed up on the ground, huh?
Let's get him up in a no car.
Stand up. So what am I being detained for? You guys never read me my rights? Your body cam on? Hey, you never read me my
Yeah, they don't need to.
You never read me my rights. Oh, you don't? You just detained me, throwing me on the ground, putting your foot in my face? You guys are shaking the whole time. You scared or something? Got cuffs on.
He's pretty hot. Needs to bring it down.
Like, what the f***, dude?
Bingo.
Alright, when you can, could you run a pistol for me? It's a Palmetto State Armory 9mm.
So yeah, you can run guns, run the serial number, and try to figure out who the proper owner is. Where I work, this helps sometimes. Our gun system for the state is kind of wonky, and maybe like half the time don't get the right info.
There's another dude coming on scene, the other party guy in a black truck.
He's going to station.
I thought he was coming back here.
No, she said she sent him to the station.
He's going to be armed, no matter what. Yeah, but this dude's
Come on, I did nothing wrong. The dude hit my truck. Man, I'm just trying to get by in life, dude. Wrong f***ing guy for the wrong city, man.
Maybe. Maybe move to Mexico City or something.
He came to us.
Oh, going southbound on Columbia, the blue truck did cut off the black truck. And kind of everybody does that in the turning lane. I mean, it's not right, but it kind of.
Oh yeah, that's kind of common.
Pissed the black truck off, who thought he was a big badass, and pulled alongside him and whipped something right, like I'd say a drink. The guy just had a bad day and was pretty pissed off, and went to push him up against the curb. He was mad, and he pulled in front of the black truck and got out of the black truck. I don't know if the black truck pulled a gun on him or not, But he ducked real low behind that black truck as soon as he went up to the black truck. And then the black truck was trying to get away. He was trying to stop him. And then right here, they gave up. The black truck went that way, and then the blue truck went into the Mark's parking.
So one guy threw a water bottle, incredibly stupid to do, wasn't thinking clearly, obviously, but then ramming your car or driving your car into him for doing that is like a whole nother level, even assault and battery with a deadly weapon. So I think that's where we're at.
Did you hit somebody? Or vice versa? There's this here that looks fairly fresh in the mirror.
I don't know. I think that might have been why they were fighting.
That's nuts.
Go ahead and turn that way for me, all right?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry I tried to restrain from you guys. That just didn't feel right. This was not in my intentions. I'm not an angry person at all. I'm 24 years old.
Really?
I moved up to the city from Chester, West Virginia with my girlfriend. They're doctors. I'm not like that. I'm a blue-collar worker. I work on the train yard. That's my truck right there. I paid for that truck. Someone hits it, obviously I'm going to get a little upset. He threw something at my truck. That's what initiated it. I followed him. He wasn't on to stop, so I went in front of him, got out, started rolling his window up. Yes, I should have never punched his window. That probably what started it off.
That's all right. Do you have like scratches and stuff? Is that old or is that new?
Every mark on the right side of the truck is all new.
Okay.
Did you at any point point a gun at him?
No, sir. I pulled it out because when I walked up to his car, the first thing he did was he pulled that out and he had it sitting right.
His own?
His own. He had it how like you guys would hold it to your chest, like nice tucked to your chest.
Up.
Nice and tucked.
Like
Where did this all happen?
Yeah, well, no kidding. From what I saw on that video clip they played, you drove your truck into his truck. Yeah, he's going to probably want to defend himself. I mean, to pull your gun on somebody, you have to have some very good reasons in most states. You have to be in fear of serious bodily injury or death. So if you pull your gun following being hit with somebody else's car and then a guy's punching your window, I'd say you're there and justified.
Was this at Columbia in Detroit?
Right in front of Jet's Pizza entrance or whatever that is. Flew
where
up,
it merges together.
and he cut right in front of me, and when he did that, he sideswiped my truck.
So he was passing you on the right.
On the right.
And when you say you cut him off, which lane were you in when you intended to turn right? Were you in the lane that goes straight?
Yes, sir. Yes,
like
sir.
the straight going through lane? Okay, so then you kind of went in front of him because you missed your turn.
Yes, sir. I had my turn signal and turned in front of him.
Okay. And then where it merges, he came up and sideswiped you?
And then I figured, he's just going to continue on. I'm young.
Yeah, he drives right into him.
Enough money to pay for the truck month.
That makes it even more insane. From the video anyways, it looks like he intentionally drove into that other truck. The cost of body repair nowadays, that's minimum thousands of dollars. And you're willing to do that just because he threw a water bottle or something at your truck, probably causing no damage. That just shows you how far off the handle this guy flew.
He pulled it out and had it in his chest. I put my hands inside of his car and he said, "Yeah, back away, mother." And I went around his vehicle, got over in the grass, he started taking pictures. I smiled for his pictures. I went and got in my truck, and that's when he started to come past, and I was in my doorway just holding it, like letting him know, like I have one too. Like not everybody. Yes.
Guys, did you see what
Hey, what's happening, man? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Let's give information.
What you got?
Well, I got video, first of all.
Sweet.
Second of all, I literally watched it happen. The video of it? Yeah.
Oh man, good video.
Yo, that boy is going crazy. He tried to run. That boy tried to run. Yo, I'm weak. Oh my God. Bro.
Couple knuckleheads right here. Fighting in traffic.
Brandishes it and points it at him right there. Yeah, sweet. And then puts it down. He's like, "Oh, you're run away." Yeah.
Oh shit, man, for real? Yo, what the fuck? Oh man, no.
This day's getting worse.
Am I going to jail, sir?
What's that?
Am I going to jail?
Yeah, you're going to jail.
Correct.
There's video of you pointing the gun at the guy as well, and I'm sure he's, at the front of his.
That's how everyone wants to come around now.
Yeah, so, full story. I'm coming home from work. I'm gonna get a car wash up at Cleans, head home. I live in Bay Village. I get off at Dover Center, F-150 cuts me and 3 other people off. He comes this close to my bumper. I'm pissed. That pisses me off. So I took an plastic bottle of water, tossed it in the guy's car.
Which is stupid. It's crazy people do stuff like this in traffic. I can't stress enough. You never know who you're dealing with, or what that person's like, or what they're capable of. Just count your losses and go your own way. Do not engage.
We get to the next intersection, he's losing, he's rolling on the road. Oh, okay, get a all the normal. Off, we're not doing this. Then he hits me with the car. Then things are completely escalated. I'm done. I'm not doing that. So I'm basically telling him, go off, like, out of here, and I start recording. He's calling me big pussy for recording, and then he stops in front of me, stops traffic. So that's when he gets out of the car. Things are immediately up to here. I'm stoic, not saying a word, recording. My window's down to about halfway. One punch. Okay? Two punch. Gun comes out, cocked, back up. Now.
Like I said before, I think that's justified. I mean, he hit you with his car. This guy doesn't know what that other person's capable of. Don't do this stuff in traffic.
He immediately goes behind my car, realizes that he's an aggressor, screaming at me, get out of the car, get out of the car. No. I pull my phone out and I go, look at all these people watching you right now. Get in your car, leave me alone. Something like that. Verbatim's going to be when I show you the video. Then he comes back to the side, posing by his car, doing pictures. I'm just recording him the whole time. And then he reaches in his car and grabs his gun and points it right at me and goes, "Two can play this game, asshole." And I just hit the gas and flew. We'll deal with this in post. And that's when I had 911 on the phone too. That it was completely reckless, and I knew it got escalated to that the minute he got out of the car. Like, that's a no. That's a non-starter.
Like, he's not wrong, but it's hard to feel bad for him when he threw a water bottle at somebody's car in traffic. I mean, what are you doing? We'll get back to his charges in just a moment, but first, the cops were called when this woman's driving endangered a child.
What's going on? I was just driving. She was driving up behind me, and the sign simply going on the walk path. So was that making flags of like, seemed like a teenager grabbing a motorized bike behind him. I just didn't want the situation, so I followed them at basically the same pace there. Almost about 30
Kind of crazy.
Up on the sidewalk? Yeah, I was following on the way.
Damn.
On the sidewalk. But they had turned right here. I had turned in front of her so she couldn't chase me. The child, I believe that went that way. We exchanged some words.
Did you hear her say anything when she was driving her up on the sidewalk?
She said the kid was driving fast in the neighborhood and almost hit her dog, which, regardless, that's not how we deal with things as adults.
You said you had video?
Yeah, she has video on her phone.
That's bonkers. Oh my gosh.
Did it look like a dirt bike or like an e-bike?
It looked like a motorized bicycle.
Like an e-bike type. Did you hear it or?
The e-bike, kind of a pain in the neck. Nationally, every state treats them differently. It has to do with like if they go over 30 miles an hour, then they have to be a certain age and they have to wear a helmet. If they go below that, they don't. If they go over a certain mile an hour, they're considered mopeds, motorized vehicles. If it's below that, they don't. So it's kind of a new thing we've been adjusting to over the last decade, but they do move pretty fast. Luckily for this kid.
No, it was definitely an e-bike. I didn't hear any motorized or anything.
Didn't look like it was going to end well.
No, I don't like.
There's a few times that she's fed up.
Started yelling.
I think we got a tag for it. We're going to go try knocking on the door. So I'm trying to, I appreciate you guys doing that. Thank you. I guess, let's get him safe.
Witnesses are always good.
Here's what happened.
Okay.
Oh, here she is.
They don't know what's going on. With their phones, they act like they know what happened.
Okay.
I live right there. I'm 65 years old. I had both of my hips replaced.
Nice neighborhood.
I also have a dog. I was throwing the ball up, the squeaky toy for him. He wasn't in the street. This boy comes down on the sidewalk, 35 miles an hour. I'm not kidding you. 2 nights ago, or in the evening, I'm on the street that goes along there. He comes right at me. And I was like, you have to slow down when people are here. He thought that was funny. So they go more. And so then tonight, so I get my car to try to catch him because I thought he lived in the neighborhood. I wanted to either see where he lived, to talk to his mother nicely, or I wanted to talk to him nicely because I thought he was my neighbor. No, he's doing that. Guess what? He doesn't even live in here. So then I go after him to try to find him because I know you're never going to find him.
He doesn't live there.
You're a long way from home.
Hence, I can do whatever I want to him.
And they're all like, you're acting recklessly. I was like, you don't even know what happened. First of all, if he hits me with 2 replaced hips and I can't walk anymore, because believe me, if I go down, I'm not walking anymore. That's going to be bad enough. If he hits my dog, I don't know if you have a dog, but that's my child. Let's put it this way. He could have disabled me for the rest of my life. And he's probably, 17?
Oh,
he would
boy.
have gone on the rest of his life,
Over the top.
living a great life. And I'd have been in a wheelchair, or he would have hit my dog, and then I would have found him and it would have gotten ugly.
Okay, what's your name?
Julia.
Julia? Okay, so I got video of you driving up on the sidewalk recklessly. You would have hit that kid on a bike and killed him. You're going to jail for manslaughter. You
I'm not going
understand?
to hit him and kill him.
You're driving recklessly.
Well, he's not going to hit you and break your bad hips.
On a sidewalk where people walk their dogs and ride their bikes. That video of you doing almost 30 miles an hour up that sidewalk
Because I
with
was
your
trying
vehicle.
to catch him.
Ma'am,
I'm listening. I'm listening.
because you're this close to going to jail.
I'm listening.
You understand? I understand you're concerned about kids driving. You call us, we do our best to find them, right? You think 65 years old, right? You think it's a smart idea to be driving up on a sidewalk doing 30 miles an hour, chasing a kid on a bike?
It is crazy he's got to ask this question to this lady, but he kind of does have to remind her what she just did. When otherwise law-abiding citizens like this woman do something like this, it's almost like they're possessed by an unfamiliar spirit and they're not in control. It's totally bizarre.
Answer the question.
I don't consider that a sidewalk.
What do you consider it?
There's cars on there all the time.
They're parked up on the grass so they can walk on the sidewalk.
All right.
You
I
are
will
doing, I
admit
got you
that
for at least
wasn't
3
smart.
minutes
I will admit
up
that
on the
wasn't
sidewalk driving recklessly over 30 miles an hour from what my reporting party told
And
me.
you can see he was going faster than
Do
me.
you still think you're correct? That's how you do it again, you are going to jail. We're taking
I
your
will
car.
never do it again.
You understand what
I
your
do
actions?
I do understand. I was very emotional.
Okay, so maybe you think you collect yourself as a 65-year-old woman about what you were doing. You would hit anybody
Right.
else on that sidewalk besides this kid if you
I
even
could
caught the
see
kid?
there was no. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I
You're
can see there
wrong
was
for
nobody
trying
else.
to make this sound correct on your end.
Okay.
You're
I won't.
100%
All right,
wrong.
I won't. I'll stop.
All right, you see somebody, you call us. You don't take it into your own hands.
All right, you're right.
God forbid you hit somebody. I promise you I'll do everything in my power to make sure you go to jail.
You're right.
Take your car, find out you're doing it again, chasing this kid even on the road.
Oh God, no. This was
But it was a great idea to follow him on the sidewalk and chase him.
no. Like I said, It was
I
like.
hear what you said.
I know.
You're not, I want you
Yeah.
to listen.
She's
I'm
getting the
listening.
picture now.
You chase him in your car again, we'll get you for aggravated assault.
Of course, I'm not going to.
But you did it.
I know.
And you were willing to chase this kid as far as it could go until this other car, this person that called us, stopped you. They blocked you at the sidewalk, correct?
Yeah.
Where does this make sense to you?
Okay, it doesn't.
I'm trying to understand where you thought this was the right thing to do. Tell me your emotions took over?
I'm not.
So should I put you in for a reevaluation of your driver's license now?
So reevaluation of the driver's license is a thing, regardless of the criminal offenses that she committed and the driving offenses. There's also, like where I work, it's called an immediate threat. Someone does something like this, or also something medical, like they shouldn't be driving because they're not able to operate a motor vehicle appropriately because of a medical condition. You get an immediate threat. Now you have to go before the DMV and prove that you can drive and prove that you're capable. A lot of times involves a evaluation by a doctor. Incredibly difficult to get your license back.
I'm just trying to. No, I'm not trying to excuse it. I'm trying to explain, even though it was wrong, why I did it. I didn't just like come out and say, "Oh, here, let me go." Chase
You weren't
this boy. Well, maybe not.
No, not maybe not. You were not thinking.
Okay.
Is she
letting you
admitting
right
it?
now, 'cause you could have killed multiple people on this sidewalk. It's dark. You're focused on this one kid riding a bike.
You
don't see. You don't see anyone else on this sidewalk. Somebody would have called me and said, "You almost hit them with their car. I'm taking you to jail."
It's the same principle you're using against the kid, you going up on the sidewalk and driving like a maniac.
If this kid calls us back after he goes home and talks to his parents, I know where you're at. We're probably taking you to jail. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Your car's considered a deadly weapon.
Touch him.
Doesn't matter. Aggravated assault. Assault is not a physical contact. It's the threat of
What about-
contact.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to say anything else.
There's a good idea.
All right. Think about what you're doing next time.
Okay.
Think about everything you just did too. All right.
The following day, the victim's parents called law enforcement to report the incident, prompting deputies to visit their house to get their side of the story.
So what's going on today?
I don't know if you've seen the videos over the incident that's happened Saturday. Come on, dude. Man. She's chasing him on the sidewalk.
He tried to hit me at one point.
There's no more. He focuses on
You didn't count, there's not enough folks on the hit you?
No, unfortunately, but I'm witness that called them about me.
Did he say that he or the witness or whatever?
I don't.
I can check if not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for something like criminal like that, there has to be intent. And I looked, they already interviewed her, and she said she was just trying to get your attention.
But here's the problem. She put my child in danger.
I understand that.
So whatever it is, I don't care if we're stretching it to the max. I'm pressing charges.
Okay. Let me,
I mean, you got child endangerment, attempt to kidnap, because I don't know her intent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't attempt to kidnap, but...
Dude, I got video of someone chasing on the sidewalk at 20.
I understand. It's definitely,
And I need a report, because if this doesn't go anywhere, I'm legaling it up, and I'm going balls to the wall.
Okay.
Against everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I want charges pressed. I want a police report done.
Okay.
With her info, her license, everything.
All right. Just give me 1 second, sir.
I'm not victim blaming here, but personally, I'm not giving my 14-year-old an e-bike that goes like 30 miles an hour, and then on top of that, letting him drive around the city or town at nighttime. That's just me. Maybe I've been to too many crashes, but I'm just not doing it. I don't know. If you're a parent or if you have an opinion on it, reply in the comments. Let me know. Would you give your kid an e-bike that goes that fast and let him drive around at nighttime? Not saying anything's his fault, but because of things like this, I wouldn't.
Okay. Alrighty, perfect.
The picture is car and the headlights.
Any sort of evidence that will help.
The guy that was there that called the police first time and actually saw it happen. And if he hadn't cut her off, she'd have probably caught him.
Yeah, it's a weird situation because at that night, we didn't know the victim, we didn't know you until yesterday. So it's just like a weird situation.
I mean, clearly, come on, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, my thing is, if I go into a bank with a gun and I don't have the intent to rob it, but you hand me the money anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same thing,
yeah.
Is it not?
It's not the same thing, but it's like it's all the charges. What fits the charge? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We looked at
There's to see it. We've got evidence that it happened.
Yeah.
Not uncommon. People who aren't involved in law enforcement or with the courts don't have like a super solid understanding. There's elements of crimes. You have to prove intent. You have to check some boxes before you just start charging people.
Our detectives will see it. They're a lot more smarter than us. They have a lot more resources. If it fits a charge, that will be like forwarded. And if district attorney takes it, she'll have a warrant for arrest.
I am
perfect
for that though, because when I came home, I was
the DA figured out.
On this, so I'm going to give you guys a witness statement. Technically, how old are you again?
14.
14? So you'll have to fill it out since he's a juvenile. If we were to develop a suspect for a crime, would you want to press charges?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
So if you want to press charges, you're going to put
We have paperwork to fill out. I need you to come on. She wants to know if we can go to her office right over here.
I mean, yeah,
she's an
fine.
accountant, so she's...
Yeah, all right, that's fine. I'll meet you guys.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Go find mom.
You just want to follow us over there?
Yeah, I'll just follow you guys.
Here's Mama.
Yeah, how's it going? Like I was telling him, we need to make it as detailed as possible. What you were feeling when it happened. Like you were saying you were in fear for your life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to make sure you put that, basically everything that happened. You just need to raise your right hand. You swear and affirm that everything in the statement. You swear and affirm that everything in the statement is true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yeah.
Alright, you can just sign a date and sign a date. Yeah, next time it happens, just do you have a phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, just call 911 right away. Say, hey, like,
That's
there's
what
somebody
we call
falling away. It's not often that we do like juvenile stuff. No offense, but I hate dealing with juveniles.
I wouldn't say that. I understand he's being kind of candid here, but don't say that.
Both ends of the way.
Yeah.
Especially when they commit a crime, because nothing really happens.
So I told him to ask too, what if the situation like the gender was reversed? Say for instance, he's chasing a kid down. He would instantly be arrested, no question asked, with the intent of kidnapping.
I mean, it's just the totality of the circumstance.
She's like, look at him. He looks like a child kidnapper, doesn't he?
It's just,
we had a kid die at Matanzas High School, recently on a bicycle.
We have one die in the L section. I mean, there's just too many accidents for something like this just to go not looked at.
I would say one thing with that e-bike, just be careful. We deal with a lot of serious crashes between cars and e-bikes.
Well, for the most part, the only thing he has is when he crosses Pine Lakes to get on the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I mean, once he's on the sidewalk.
I'm kind of surprised they're allowed on sidewalks. A lot of places e-bikes aren't allowed on sidewalks like that. So interesting.
He shouldn't have to fear for a car chase.
Yeah, that was crazy. So do you guys have any other questions for me? All right.
I appreciate you, sir.
No problem.
Stay safe.
All right, guys.
Sheriff's office. How you doing, Mr. Ellis? Sergeant Miley at the Sheriff's Office. How are you today?
Good.
I guess we had an incident a couple days ago with your son who was a victim of something that happened. Looking at the video, I'm not seeing assault there. Okay. She's far enough away in the video from what we can tell. She's in a vehicle. So if she really wanted to assault or do harm to somebody, she could very easily have sped up. All right. What I'm seeing the most of right now from the video that was provided yesterday is reckless driving. So she's driving on the sidewalk and she's driving crazy, allegedly to confront your son. What I'm seeing as of right now is what we can do. Like I said, that's why I was asking if there's any other video, is file charges for reckless driving on her. All right.
What about intent to kidnap, child endangerment?
No.
Nothing else.
The other issue I have with the assault aspect, I think we might have been able to pursue that or press it a little bit if we would have been called that night. So if the victim would have called in that night, we might have been able to stretch the assault.
I don't know. I mean, it's a juvenile. I think that should come into play a little bit. And also, the kid gave like a solid statement. Everything's not on video, but he's given a statement of what happened. So I don't know. I think you could bring the charges.
Because it was a well-found fear that something might have occurred.
But we still called in within a 24-hour period.
A couple hours later, a day later, is there really that well-found fear that something would have been able to occur per the statutes, per the elements of the crime? I agree, we should be able to do that.
Yeah.
However, per the statute and the elements of the crime, it's not going to fit that right now.
Okay.
I'm assuming he talked to the DA.
Child abuse based on the mental effect that it might have on the child. Per the elements of the crime, yet again, there's very specific points in the child neglect or child abuse statute when it comes to a mental injury that we're not going to be able to do on this one either.
Okay.
Looking at the video, from what we can tell, when you turn around, there's a large enough gap for where if there's a vehicle and you're driving a vehicle and you intend to do harm, you're going to hit the gas and you're going to do harm.
Yeah.
So she'd be able to catch up. So like if we turned around and she was right where you are right now, 1,000%, I'd take her to jail right now, even if it's so far away.
Yeah, in our report that my mom wrote, we included how she overtook me. She went on the grass, overtook me, and was literally about this close to me.
All right, so let me ask you, when she almost hit you, was she turning onto a street?
That's when she entered the bike path, right?
No, she was already on the bike path. She was already on it, and she went. Yeah, she went onto on the grass section where there's enough room for a car to come by. She overtook me, cut me off, and that's when I got really, really scared because I literally could have died. She was really close to me.
This kind of goes back to reporting it right away. The investigations got a little disjointed because the same people didn't handle it all the way through. We've seen different officers involved now, so maybe some information's being missed. Now this officer is getting some more information about his statement.
All right, what we're going to do, we just try to call the witness to try to corroborate that side of the story where it came from the fact that she cut him off on the bike path and all that other stuff, right? Because based on the video evidence I have right now, I don't have that aspect, and I don't have the ag assault.
And then it's hearsay.
Exactly. So we just try to call the witness who called it in. We weren't able to get a hold of him. I'm sending him over to his house right now. If we can corroborate that side of the story, we'll be able to probably do the ag assault aspect of it, okay?
He's not rode his bike since.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really torn up.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah.
And that's what I fear for him is this could have been so much worse.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
I'm with that.
Oh, do you mind if you just step out?
Are you arresting me?
Well, I'm not saying that. We just have to talk, okay? Your dog's scaring me. I was when I was knocking on the door before. He was.
Oh, just.
Hey, buddy.
Your dog's scaring me. Oh, really? How about I let him out?
Hi. Are you okay to come in now?
I'd rather be outside. Yeah.
Are you arresting me? Yes.
I'm not saying that. I have to talk to you first, okay? To get your side of the story.
Before you arrest me?
I'm not saying that. So I just have to read you this before I ask you more questions, okay?
Are you arresting me now?
I have to read you your rights before I question you, okay? So I'm going to ask you incriminating questions. You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
With these rights, are you willing to talk to me?
Yes.
Okay. So when you were following him, did you ever get close to him?
I don't think so. No, I couldn't catch up with him.
So you were trying to catch up to him?
Enough that I could talk to him, yeah. I could tell him what I was
So if he's speeding away and you're continuing to follow him, why would you keep on following him? I just
That was stupid.
Okay.
Stupid. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it.
So when you were on the sidewalk, did you ever try to get in front of him before you started following?
Yeah, not before I started following.
Or before you went on the sidewalk? Because that's the story I got. That right before you hopped on the sidewalk, or maybe as soon as it happened, you kind of like try to cut him off?
I tried to come around. I didn't try to cut him off.
So you try to go around him, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was your goal to going around him? Okay. How fast were you going when you were?
Not as fast as he was. I don't know.
Okay, so you were trying to catch up to him even though he's going pretty fast on a sidewalk with a bike, okay? You understand where we're coming from?
Over the top.
I do.
Because it's ridiculous. I'm going to be honest.
It is. I feel that way too. When I thought about it, when I got home, I was like, I was still, upset over being afraid that I was going to, not be able to walk and hit the dog. And then after I could stop and think about it, I was like...
We had some valuable reflection time.
Maybe, just maybe, I should stop chasing kids with my car on the sidewalk. I'll have to think about it.
That was ridiculous. Like you said, it was ridiculous. And it's okay. It's okay. Don't let that happen again. Don't.
I mean, you probably didn't know at the time, but he's a juvenile. He's 14 years old.
Oh, you found him?
Yeah. That's the reason
She's like, oh, crap.
I'm going to be honest, they want to press charges. I also went to the witness's house. He recorded you following on the bike, on the bike path. I'm going to be honest with you, based on what we have now, I'm going to be making an arrest on aggravated assault and the reckless driving too, based on everything that I have, okay? So, I'm going to need you to turn around for me.
I gotta...
And we'll do that, we'll do all that after, okay? We'll do all that after, okay? Put your hands behind your back.
Is my
Here, we can go in the door for you, yep, that's fine. I'll give you that respect.
Can I get my purse?
Yep, we'll get you your ID. Hold on. I have to. It's per policy. Just turn around for me. Put your hands behind your back like you're praying. Okay, buddy. Do you have anyone that can watch the dog?
Yeah.
He wants to go with mom.
You go out. I got him.
Okay.
Can we put him in a room real quick? Or oh, good Finn.
There's a leash.
Watch her.
He's a very, very nervous.
That's a no-go, my friends. I would not let her walk around the house handcuffed behind her back. If she goes down, she's got no way to stop herself. She's already complained about having bad hips. The city's gonna be writing a fat old check if an accident happens.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Finn. Good boy.
Oh, sweet dog. Poor guy.
It's okay, man. I'm just gonna have you hang out right back here. No. Ben, no.
Dog's right behind him.
Ben, what's out here? Look.
Oh, kind of worked. Get out quick.
Ben.
Dude, come on. Get the dog in the house.
God.
Oh my gosh, this must not be a dog person. The dog could have got smoked by that car.
Hope not.
He's okay.
Oh.
Come on, Finn. Come on. Right, let's just walk back. Yeah, we'll walk you back to the house. He's gonna follow. He's not gonna listen to us. Come on.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
All right, let's get in the car.
Thank you, Gil.
Man, I've never had to deal with the dog.
Gil always comes through.
Seems like a sweet dog. I'm gonna roll down the windows too.
The gunman was charged with aggravated assault, resisting an officer, aggravated menacing, and use of force on an officer. Unfortunately, I was unable to find out what his sentencing was. Steve from the future here. I was able to find his sentencing in the end. Joseph pleaded guilty to attempted felonious assault and aggravated menacing. He was sentenced to 18 months of community control in order to complete an anger management program. He also had to submit to random drug testing, have no contact with the victim, pay $500 in restitution, and forfeit his firearm to the police. The woman was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and reckless driving. She was sentenced with what looks like 8 days in jail, with 2 days time served prior to sentencing, and 3 years probation. Thank you for joining me on this video. Please like, subscribe, comment below, let me know what you think, and don't forget, hit the bell notification so you know when the latest video has dropped. And if you like police war stories, check out the Things Police See podcast, where I sit down with the men and women of law enforcement about their most intense, bizarre, and sometimes humorous moments on the job. Available everywhere you get podcasts, and a link to the YouTube channel is in the show notes. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.